What's going on, everyone? Other Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the New York Giants as they improved to 6-1, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars, dropping the Jags to 2-5 as they beat the Jaguars on the road. The Giants came into this game as 3.5-point dogs, and of course, the Giants with a tremendous game plan in order to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they did a really good job on both sides of the ball. The defense wasn't great, but you know, we still gave up less than 20 points, so we played a really good game throughout. And you know, what a great game it was for the Giants. Jones was terrific in the first half alone. I think he had 180 passing yards or something like that. He really didn't pass it a lot. In the second half, he had over 100 rushing yards, as did Barkley. Both those guys were really good on the ground. Breida was good when his name was called. He had 4 carries for 19 yards. Of course, Jones had that passing touchdown and the rushing touchdown. He was sacked just once in the game today, of course, by Trayvon Walker, the first overall pick from this year's past draft class. But Jones overall 19 for 30, 202 yards, had 1 touchdown through the air, and then of course the 11 rushes for 107 yards on the ground, and with the touchdown there. And then Barkley 24 runs for 110 yards. He made a somewhat nearly costly play there at the end where he got out of bounds by accident instead of staying in bounds while he was fighting to get extra yardage. But you know, at the end of the day, the Giants were able to stop the Jaguars by just a yard. In the passing game, of course, the Giants had that bomb on the first drive with Jones to Slayton for that 32-yard touchdown catch to cap off that first drive, the opening drive. Slayton in the game had 3 catches for 58 yards and that touchdown. Like I said, Wan'Dale Robinson was great, 6 catches for 50 yards. He was actually really good. Saquon Barkley had 4 catches for 25 yards. Myrick had 2 big first down catches. One for 11 and the other for 10. He had 2 catches for 21 yards. Sills had a catch for 19 yards. Breida a catch for 14. Bellinger a catch for 13. And then Richie James a catch for 2 yards. As for Bellinger, he has an eye injury. It looked really bad. I don't know how it was not a flag on the play. The Jacksonville defender went right through his face mask. We'll see what ultimately ends up happening there, whether he's able to play next week in Seattle or not. But that was a tremendous effort by the Giants as a whole. Neal was hurt. Tyree Phillips came into the game and he was fantastic. Really, he was incredible all game long. So I think the Giants really, with that next man up mentality, is really working for Dable and the coaching staff. Like I said, on the defensive side of the ball, the Giants weren't great, but they were able to find ways to get stops when they needed. Of course, they had that fumble forced by Xavier McKinney, and it was recovered by Julian Love. That was in the red zone. They recovered it in the end zone for a touchback, so it was a big-time play for the Giants. It really, I think, flipped the game over. I think that was really, really important in this football game, that play itself. Of course, there were a lot of other good plays by the defense. Of course, that blocked field goal try, that extra point try, that was key. Obviously saved the Giants a point. So very interesting. But overall, this game was really, really well played by the Giants. Dex Lawrence had a sack. Moreau had an interception. They were both negated by penalties. So the whistle was another questionable thing. Thibodeau was held almost every play, no calls. So, overall, just a tough game in terms of the officiating. But overall, the Giants were, they were able to find ways to overcome it. Evan Neal was hurt in the game. That is tough. The Giants did have a few injuries in the game, so we'll see, ultimately how that plays out throughout the week. But the Giants, tremendous game, tremendous week in Jacksonville. They were able to really put together a good game. Even when their defense wasn't great, they were able to overcome it on offense. Jones was great in the game. He's proven why he needs that second contract, and I think he's going to get it. He's played well enough now to this point where he's going to be able to get a second contract. He's been great, and hopefully he's able to continue that in weeks ahead. This Giants coaching staff has the team playing. Everybody here is been playing really well. Saquon, Jones, I think they're going to be back for years ahead. They've been really good. They've been the heart and soul of this football team, everybody here on this roster looks really, really good right now. The Giants look like they're headed to the playoffs at 6-1. They have a good, tough game against the Seahawks next week, who just beat the Chargers by a landslide. It's not over yet, but it's looking good. It's 37-16 with about 3 minutes left. So, interesting game there. But it's going to be an awesome week next week between the Giants and the Seahawks. It's going to be a great game. Stay tuned for all the content coming out throughout the week and what's ahead in all the sports with the Raptors, the Leafs, the Giants, and of course the Blue Jays. It's going to be busy on the channel, but the Giants get that win. Everyone's playing well. The team looks good. A lot of these guys are going to be here for years ahead, and this coaching staff between Kafka, Martindale, and Dayball, they look like they're going to be the answers for the Giants at their, in their positions, for probably next year, unless they find a head coaching gig, but I don't think they will. I think it's still too soon for that. So Giants are looking really good. We're 6-1. The Jags dropped to 2-5. Giants win 23-17. What a great game it was. You guys let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. What do you think about the game? Let me know all that good stuff down in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. As always, let's go Giants.